Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It's about 4:20 on May 21st, 2014. Let me read this to you, then we'll take a look. The website and this video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I am not a licensed financial professional, I'm just a guy who draws lines on charts. So let's take a look. So we're looking at a 30-minute chart, and really I think we'll just stick with this. If we zoom out, all we see is that we are in the same region in this chart that we have been in for a long time. It's about 12 and a half weeks now. Seems hard to believe. Well, we had a positive day today after something of a gap up, and I just want to show you a couple things that tell me we may be headed back to retest 1900, but guess what? Will we get over it this time? The fact of the matter is, I think this will probably put up a pretty good battle again. But let me show you what I see in the chart. And really, this is the only thing that I see that is new. Excuse me. I've been out about today. Spending a lot of time in South Georgia over the past 2 days. Pollen or something. I don't know what it is. Anyway. If we look at the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of trading, you can see that we had two peaks here and here. And I just think this is interesting. If we take this parallel line, which is also parallel to these two bottoms, so we basically had two bottoms, 1, 2 tops back here, and this line was back tested. Then we started up again before we had that weakness yesterday. But I want to show you something kind of interesting. If we create a parallel line here and move this, it lines up very well with those two tops. And the fact is, we are now over that line, which tells me we're probably going to come on up and make another run at 1900. The real question here is, if we do that, will the S&P be able to get over this broken support line that we took out actually last week? That is really the question that I have, more than anything else. So, guys, it looks like we are still just stuck trying to work things out in this vast middle ground between 1840 and we're now calling it 1900. I want to reiterate that that I have adjusted that upper resistance area from 1884 to this trend line right here. If we get over this line and close over it to a technically significant margin, then I think we are probably on our way not just to the 1950s, but probably to the 1990s. But you got to get over this line, and we've got to avoid breaking down under this one. So right now, for what it's worth, it looks like we are probably mounting another attack on 1900. If we zoom in and look at this on a 3-minute chart, we can also maybe see a little bit of you could call that an inverted head and shoulders. Some people may call it a cup and a handle, and we are now over that little resistance line that you would typically see in one of these patterns, though not by much. So if we get a little bit of follow-through, then you can see that the depth of this, if this is a good read on the pattern, that the depth of this pattern Let me adjust that just a bit right there. Says we should be getting up to challenge this purple line once again. So guys, you know, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I really wish I could add more. I wish I could say we're home free, but I can't. We are still in this hodgepodge mess of broken support turning resistance, broken resistance turning support, and just tons and tons of trend lines that seem to be just making the S&P bounce around like a pinball in a pinball machine where there's way too many bumpers, if that makes sense. So guys, let's just wait and hang with it for a while. Hopefully we get over this line. If we don't get over this line, then hopefully we get under this one. I just want to see something get done in relation to what we've been doing for the past, well, like I said, if we go back all the way here, I think it is 13 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But if we really go to where we first got over that 1840 mark, we are now 12 weeks and 3 days of essentially going sideways. Let's see if this is, I wanted to say the pause that refreshes. I think a more indicative term would be the pause that frustrates. But let's see what happens going forward for the rest of this week and into next week. If we can bust out of this range. Keeping my fingers crossed. A slightly bullish sign today. Not tremendously bullish, but slightly bullish. So guys, that's your video for May 21st, 2014. Just want to remind you, tomorrow's video is going to be one that comes late at night again. That's simply due to my schedule that cannot be avoided. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Take care.